Hello, it's Dr. Elisha Van Dusen with New Hope Chiropractic. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about some tips for back comfort at home. As stay-at-home restrictions are loosened, chiropractic patients are getting long-delayed treatments for pain in their backs, necks, and limbs. But for many who are still observing some degree of physical distancing, including musculoskeletal problems at home, remains a significant risk, huge risk. While it's good for us to avoid holding the same posture for too long, some positions put the structures of our joints and connective tissues under greater stress than others. So I wanted to share some general principles for reducing pain at home, and this will aid in recovery. So if you have home offices, lots of people didn't have a workspace at home designed for long-term use prior to this pandemic. And in the first few weeks, many people resorted to setting up laptops and kitchen tables or whatever flat surface they could find. And the problem with this is that a monitor needs to be at eye level so that the user doesn't have to bend their neck down to use it for long periods of time. Many people also hunch forward to reach their computers, rest their wrists on surfaces that could compress their carpal tunnels, or have to stretch too far to use laptop keyboards. So ideally, people should be able to type with their feet flat on the floor, their backs upright, and their arms extending forward with their elbows at their sides. But unfortunately, laptops do not usually allow for us to keep our necks and upper limbs that far apart, which is why it might be necessary to use a wireless keyboard. We want to sit enough far back enough in our chairs so our lower backs are supported, and some chairs actually have to be adjusted so the user can do this while sitting upright. There should be some space between the backs of our knees and the chair seat as well, and the seat should be sufficiently padded so you don't get sore sitting in that one position on that chair for long periods of time. And without much else to do, a lot of people use the stay-at-home orders as an opportunity to catch up on TV and movies. But if you keep the same position for too long when you're at rest on a couch or a bed, it will quickly stop being comfortable. So as a chiropractor, I recommend that people not lie in their fronts, as this leaves the lumbar spine unsupported and forces the head up and backward. Instead, you might try lying on your side, keeping a pillow between your legs so your knees don't rub together and your hip muscles won't have to stretch as far. Remember to stretch about every 30 minutes and try to get up and move around frequently. So which particular stretches a person can do will depend on their health history, and also whether they currently have any sprains or dislocations. But generally, aerobics that don't subject your body to impacts are a great thing for getting over back pain. And people should always warm up by doing dynamic stretches before a workout. Yoga poses are popular ways of stretching. Also, arm and leg raises from a prone position, cat curls, bird dogging lunges, lying on your back while pulling the knees toward the body. All these are good stretches. Heat delivered through pads or a hot shower, that can help to loosen up muscles and increase blood flow too. And you might be able to massage a tight area with a tennis ball too by lying on top of it and rolling around. So don't forget that chiropractic is a holistic practice, and while practicing safe distancing, try to exercise outdoors and make sure you get direct exposure to sunlight every day, at least 15 to 20 minutes. Also, help your vitamin D levels, keep your sleep and meal schedules as regular as possible, and schedule appointments with the chiropractor in advance to ensure that you can be accommodated in reduced capacity waiting rooms. We're open, we're cleaning everything according to CDC guidelines, and we're also scheduling people apart so that we don't have big crowds in our waiting room or in our office in general. So you'll be perfectly safe coming to see us. And check us out at newhopechiropractic.com to make an appointment. And with that, have a healthy day.